Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Kind of loud. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Test, test. 1, 2, 3. Test, test. 1, 2. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Okay. I think that might do it. I think that might do it. Oh, man. Another day, another dollar. It's good in the hood, man. How many minutes we got? 4 minutes. About 4 minutes. But I gotta come on in and gotta talk today. I gotta talk today. And my grandbaby be wanting to get on live so bad and turn up. I gotta hurry up and get on with my co-host. Turn it up a little, okie dokie. What about that now? Turned it up a little bit. Is that good, or we need a little more volume? Mic check, mic check. What we sound like now, Miss M? What we sound like now? Okay.
It sounds like the echo time.
Okay. Oh. What's good in the hood? What's good in the hood? One minute. One more minute and we're gonna jump off. One more minute and we're gonna jump off, y'all. Oh Ding, 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 ding. It is now 8 p.m. It's 8 p.m. How y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's all right on this beautiful Thursday night. But welcome to the P-Ave Perspective. Once again, I am your host, Mr. O'Neal. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in, whether you're watching the live stream right now or whether you're tuning in to the video later. I appreciate you. But as we know, the P-Ave Perspective is where we come together as a community to discuss the issues that affect us as people, our neighborhoods, and our future. As y'all know, I'm your host, Mr. O'Neal, and tonight I want to get into something. Everything is important that I talk about to me, but I want to get into something that's extra important, and that's the state of black relationships. Now, when I say black relationships, I don't mean just husband and wife, girlfriend and boyfriend. I'm talking about relationships as a whole. Relationships we have with friends. Relationships that we have with family members. Relationships that we have with co-workers. It's relationships, period. And what I've noticed over the last 10 or 15 years is those relationships are becoming weaker and weaker and really non-existent. And as a people, this world was designed for us to coexist. This world was designed for us, the ones that wanted to strive and the ones that wanted to be successful, the ones that wanted to be happy, the ones that wanted to be prosperous. This world was designed to where we could accomplish that, but it requires others to help us accomplish that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing in this world that was created or made that was great, it was done by itself. And as a people, we have gotten to the point where, for the most part, our lives have become stagnant and our progress have been halted because of our relationships. We don't have relationships. We don't get into relationships. We don't grow relationships. We don't nurture relationships. The world right now is individuals, and I'm just speaking on my people. I can't speak for other people. I'm speaking on the people that I deal with every day that I keep in contact with on Facebook, or I watch, you know what I'm saying, with social media and just the people I deal with. And we are nowhere near as strong as families, as communities, as mates. We are nowhere nearly as strong as we used to be. And the crazy part is, if we look back to where, you know what I'm saying, 20 or 30 years ago, where the relationships were then compared to now, it's really scary to think where we could end up relationship-wise in the future, because we can't work together. We can't even communicate. We can't coexist. It's just like one big beef now. Everybody rather beef, or everybody rather, you know what I'm saying, have ill will toward each other than to truly relate to people and to truly, you know what I'm saying, have relationships and build relationships. And that's scary, because I don't see how that's going to benefit us in the future. I don't see how it's going to benefit my kids. I don't see how it's going to benefit my grandkids or my great-grandkids. I really think it's going to get worse, to the point where right now everybody talk about, all the crazy stuff happening in this world, but to keep it real, if something was to pop off now on the race tip, to where it was race against race, we the weakest race, because we're not together. We can't coexist. We beefing so hard to the point where we probably couldn't even come together to defend ourselves, defend our families, defend our neighborhoods, and defend our communities. And that's scary. That's real scary. But, like today, as always, I want to talk about the causes of these relationship failures. I want to talk about, what led us to this point. And I also want to talk about, man, how we can get it together. Because that's the key thing. You know what I'm saying? I hate really, I like discussing problems because I feel like discussing the problems, lead to solutions. I really just don't like harping on problems and, like constantly bashing us, or bashing each other or bashing somebody about, what we doing wrong. I'd rather work on, getting it right, doing better. So, one of the first and primary causes of relationship failures is the communication. You know what I'm saying? Communication. Our communication is non-existent really in a lot of cases. But the communication breakdown, that's a major cause in the conflicts we have. And we can't talk to each other. We don't know how to communicate. You know what I'm saying? Either we can't, communicate and express ourselves, or we don't know how to listen, or we just don't care. And it's like communication is the key. You can make nothing shake without communication. The communication breakdown is defined as when people stop talking openly and honestly, misunderstandings build up, leading to frustration and disconnection. Think about that. When you stop talking openly and honestly, think about that. Most of us can't even communicate openly and honestly. And it's like a million different reasons, but we think somebody trying to get over on us. We think, somebody is trying to play us. We think so. We can't even, begin to openly communicate. We can't begin to honestly listen, with empathy to try to see where people are coming from. And this is all because we so damaged. We so damaged. But we'll get into that. But an example of communication breakdown would be if one person is feeling unheard, so they stop expressing themselves, or they stop talking. One mate or one, homeboy or whatever, they feel unheard, so they stop expressing themselves, which causes the other person to feel distant and disinterested. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. And like I can go back over the past 3 or 4 years, and it's like I can pinpoint 3, 4, 5 situations where it was a communication breakdown with me and somebody that I was dealing with. And one thing about me, like I probably said before on here, I pride myself on being A1. I pride myself on being what I consider a king. And what that has led me to do over the years is to constantly try to better myself. And like think about this. Because the one thing I had to do to really tap in to bettering myself was I had to go outside of me. I had to go to other people who I trusted, other people who I felt like would give me, honest advice, real advice, and tell me the truth. And I actually asked people, you know what I'm saying? Like people I've been in a relationship with, women I've been in a relationship with, I've asked them, okay, if you could change anything about me, I'm trying to be a better person. What would you change about me to make me a better person? And it's crazy because when I asked this question and I talked to these people about this, a lot of these people told me that, well, you too honest. You too honest. And like I always prided myself in being honest. I've always believed, and I would always believe that if I tell you the truth, even though it might hurt you, it won't damage the respect. But if I tell you a lie, that damages the respect. And I'm big on respect. I'm big on respect. I try to give respect to everybody, but I demand respect in return. And like I demand respect because I stand on truth. If I was a liar or if I couldn't communicate or if I, didn't know how to listen, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't consider myself the truth. And it's crazy how we can't even communicate these days. We can't even communicate these days. I remember I had, a misunderstanding on the phone, with somebody that's close to me. And I called a man, and I actually called a man a crackhead because of the business situation. You know what I'm saying? And to show you the type of person I am. After I called this man a crackhead, like I went on, it wasn't nothing. But somebody came to me later. Somebody came to me later and said about the same situation. And think about it. This is me and this guy on the phone. I'm thinking this is a one-on-one conversation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not screaming. I'm not doing none of that. But I'm talking to the man. And just like I said, man, if you really did that, that's a crackhead move. You know what I'm saying? That's a crackhead move. And it's like, boom, it's like people have misunderstandings. People have, agreements. But boom, I go out in the street and now people that didn't have nothing to do with this conversation are coming up to me saying, hey man, I heard you and dude got into it. I heard you and dude got into it. And the first thing in my mind, like, number one, if we ain't, cussing each other out and we ain't swinging on each other or we not trying to do each other no harm, I don't feel like we got into it. That's one thing that I see, just like I said, communication or lack thereof, you know what I'm saying? But it boiled down to when I started hearing the outside chatter, I started thinking about how did this man feel with somebody running around saying, basically, we got into it. I called him a crackhead and he didn't do nothing. And it's like, think about it. That's why I say when the real come in. That's when the real started kicking in. I started thinking in my mind, I wonder how this man feel to be hearing people talk about that. Like, I just charged him up and he didn't do nothing. So think about it. The man in me being more concerned about what he was thinking and what going through his head by all the chatter. That pushed me to say, okay, I have to do something about this to kill the chatter. So I decided on my own, I'm going to go, and apologize to the guy. Because it wasn't that serious. And I don't want all this outside chatter to get in his head or, push him some kind of way to the point where he feels some type of way about me. Because that wasn't the point of the conversation. But as a man, I sucked it up, and I went back and I communicated with this man to make it right. Because that's what men do. You know what I'm saying? That's what men do. It's a few cats running around here now playing stiff, and and playing like they all that. They still owe me money. And I talk to my little brother, and I tell my little brother, like, I'm going to leave that alone because it's not beneficial. It'll cause problems. So I eat that. And just like I said, I'm able to go around people. I'm able to communicate. I'm able to do what I need to do without that affecting me. A lot of y'all can't do it. A lot of y'all communication problems today come from stuff that happened to you years ago in your past that have nothing to do with the people you're dealing with today. They have nothing to do with the situations that you're dealing with today. But you are allowing your past to affect you, and it's affecting your communication. And if you can't communicate, you cannot hope to build relationships. You cannot hope to be a good woman, a good man, a good father, a good mother, nothing. If you can't communicate, if you can't express yourself, if you can't tell people what you need, if you can't tell people what you want, if you can't tell people when they hurt you, how they hurt you, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't communicate, stay in the house. Stay away from people. Stay away from people, because you coming out here faking it amongst the real people. You're not doing nothing but damaging the people you come in contact with. It's crazy because, like I said, 90% of the women now that talk about relationships, they can't tell you what they need from you, but they can tell you what they don't want you to do based on what somebody else did to them or based on how somebody else made them feel. Think about that. Think about it. As a healthy person, no matter what it is, whether it's a friendship, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, a relationship or anything, I'm able to tell anybody, look, this is why I need you to be my friend. This is why I want you to be my friend. This is what I'm willing to give in return for your friendship. This is what I need from you in a relationship. If we're going to be in a relationship together, this is what I can offer you in a relationship. And think about that. We become so delusional in our communication nowadays to where when people are actually telling you what they can do and what they will do and what they won't do, that's a problem now. That's a problem. Y'all so damaged and delusional, y'all don't even know how to accept that. Now it's got to be an issue. He got to be gay, or he got to be, you know, damaged, or he got to be this. No, it just is what it is. And you should respect the person that can communicate that to you. Not just, well, he can't handle me, or no man wants a woman that he can handle, has to handle. A man wants a woman who knows how to handle herself. And that starts with communication. That starts with being able to express what you want. Imagine, you know what I'm saying you're looking for a relationship, but you just want a man to make you happy. That's nothing. That's not telling a man what you need. That's not telling a man what you want. And for the women who say, oh, well, you should, as a man, you should know how to love a woman, or you should know what a woman, we should know them if all y'all basic and the same. Yeah, we should know how to love y'all if all y'all are basic and the same. Same thing with me. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not basic and I'm not like the other dudes. So I would never say, oh, because you know how to love that guy, you should know how to love me. I'm different. But all of this is based on communication. We've had a breakdown in communication that is destroying us as people, number one, and it's making it impossible for us to relate to others. It's making it impossible. Effective communication is the glue that holds relationships together. But when it breaks down, everything starts to fall apart. The lack of vulnerability and honesty leaves a gap that resentment fills. Listen to this again. The lack of vulnerability and honesty leaves a gap for resentment to fill. You have to be open. You have to be vulnerable if you want to relate. So to the people that is not going to be vulnerable, nobody from what somebody did to you in the past, who's not willing to tell somebody, this is what I want in a man, because the last man I told is, he flipped the script and tried to do exactly what I wanted, and he tried to fake it till he make it. Like, yeah, that happens. That's cool. But again, if you can't meet the next person, put that behind you, talk to this person, get to know this person, allow this person to get to know you, stay out the way. Because you're doing more damage than you're doing good. It's not happening. We have to learn to communicate. Number two, a second major factor in why our relationships are falling apart. Trust issues. The inability to fully trust your partner creates an environment of suspicion and doubt. And that's anybody. That's with a homeboy. You know what I'm saying? That's with, you know what I'm saying? Like with anybody. And to keep it real, the trust issues, you know what I'm saying, are based on damage because people are uncomfortable being themselves. People are uncomfortable telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Some people will go so far as, you know what I'm saying, to just like I said, take issues from past relationships, from past people they've dealt with who've done they wrong, and bring them into the new relationship. So if you have trust issues from your past relationships and you haven't got over that part of your life, you shouldn't be moving on into no new relationship, because you're going to bring those trust issues into the relationship. And a person with trust issues dealing with a person who's open and honest and caring, you're going to destroy it. You're going to destroy your relationship with them, and if they stay long enough, you'll destroy them and have them with trust issues based on you. And that shit is not cool. That shit is not what's up. So, an example, constantly checking your partner's phone or social media, always thinking the worst, and the inability to believe they have your best interests at heart. Man, look, I swear, as a man, 90% of the women I've dealt with in my life have trust issues. Communication too, but trust issues. And you can tell, just like they said, when the phone, I had a situation one time, you know what I'm saying, I was dealing with a woman, you know what I'm saying, where I'm sitting talking on the phone, and I'm getting off the phone, and as I'm getting off the phone, she's coming in the room, and it's like I'm saying, all right, I'll holler at you later. And she's coming in the room, and who's that? You know, why you had to get off the phone? You know, who was you talking to? And I'm like, hold up. Because what people fail to realize is, her included, she didn't even think about it. I'm going to give y'all this little story. For the longest, like I tell people, my mother, she taught me a long time ago, when I first started dealing with women. She told me, she said, watch how you deal with women and watch what you do to women, because your sisters are watching you. And they're going to allow men to do the same thing that you do to women, that they see you do to women. They're going to allow men to do them like that. Now think about it. I'll fast forward a few years, and this is just one of the times. I'm coming to my mom's house, my mom and my sister's there, and I got my girlfriend with her. Back then it was pages. So boom, I get a page from another woman. So boom, I get the phone, call her back. My woman is sitting here. I'm on the phone talking to another woman. My mom and my sisters immediately go off. Don't do that. That's disrespectful. What they failed to realize was, I'm doing exactly what you told me to do. I'm doing exactly what you told me to do, and I've been that way my whole life. Any woman that know me know I'm a grown man. I've never been in a situation where I couldn't answer my phone. I've never been in a situation where, you know what I'm saying, somebody is, you know, I got to worry about people checking me about who I talk to. None of that, because I talk to anybody. I don't worry about who somebody else talking to. Because I know me. I know the people I'm loyal to. I know the people I rock with. I know how I am, how I carry myself. So that's just it. So when my mom and my sisters get mad at me saying you disrespecting her by sitting there talking on the phone to another girl to her, no, I'm not. Because in my mind, I feel like if I had to get up and walk out of the room to talk to this woman and leave the room with her, then that's disrespectful. And it's just me. So I'd rather sit right there in front of you to talk to you so you hear exactly what's being said. That's respectable for me. That's how I rock. You know what I'm saying? And like when I rock like that, I don't need nobody with trust issues. I don't need nobody questioning me. I don't need nobody, you know what I'm saying? But that's the way people are built. And it's just like I said, none of this had anything to do with me. I see people like that all the time. Women were the same way. Oh, that's disrespectful. So would you like it better if I sat in the car and talked to them? Would you, feel more comfortable if I step outside the room and talk to them? No, not if you damaged. If you damaged, it don't matter what I do, because you damaged. So it matters not. If I talk to you in front of you, I'm being disrespectful to a damaged person. If I step out of the room to talk to them, I'm being disrespectful to a damaged person. That's based on your trust issues. Come on, man. Constantly checking the phone. Constantly, checking the social media. You know what I'm saying? I had that when I first got in a relationship and damaged, like, why she liking your pictures, or why she, you know what I'm saying? I block people. Because if I'm in a relationship with you, we together. We here. Why would we bring somebody from social media? Why would we bring social media in our relationship? That's trust issues. And again, that had nothing to do with me. I never did you no wrong. So why you bringing it to me? Because what he was doing when you was in a relationship with him, you found out later that he was cheating. Okay, because you see me doing something similar. If that means I'm cheating, then that means you're damaged and you don't need to be in a relationship. Go sit down somewhere. Stay in the house. And just like I said, these bogus men, they teaching this to these women, oh, this is what loyalty about, and this what this, and they lying and they cheating and they doing all this, talking about what's loyalty about. And now they got you popping out talking about, well, if you talk to another woman, then that ain't no. That's called being a man. That's called being, can I talk to women? That's called being a man. If you can't talk to men, if you a woman and you can't talk to men, then you don't trust yourself. Something is wrong with you. That has nothing to do with me and dealing with women. I don't worry about, you know what I'm saying, who my woman talking to or who, you know what I'm saying. I worry about the control and the respect that I'm getting on my end or that I have on my end. I'm not worried about, you know what I'm saying, the extra, because she's her own individual. She's in control of her body, her mouth, her mind, and everything else. I have no control over that. Never wanted it. Never wanted it, because nobody is going to control me. If we can coexist, you know what I'm saying, together and build together, that's cool, but I'm not trying to control you. But trust issues, man. Trust issues. If it's hard for you to trust people, if you can't trust people, stop dating. Stop, you know what I'm saying, telling people you looking for a relationship. Stop telling people you open to a relationship. Stop being out here, you know what I'm saying, like these zombies, the walking dead. That's all it is. People that can front like they straight and like they balanced and like they sane, but they really running around here with some insane views. And all it's doing is destroying us, man. It's destroying us. It's destroying these women, you know what I'm saying, that's out here with these bogus ideas of what a real man is. You destroying your chances at a real man. You chase people away. Imagine, you know what I'm saying, me being the man I am, the lover of ladies that I am. Imagine me always, you know what I'm saying, talking about how women have damaged me and what a real woman would do and what a real woman real women wouldn't even want to hang around me. I'm telling you, real women would want nothing to do with me, because that shit screams damage. And as a man, like a damaged man can do nothing for nobody. Vice versa with a woman. Damaged people hurt people. Damaged people damage people. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. So I would really appreciate it if you, people that couldn't communicate, that didn't know how to communicate, people with the trust issues, stay away from everybody else. Don't come out damaging people. Don't come out damaging people because you damaged. Hold on. Let me check something, man. I'm tripping. I've been flowing and glowing and I didn't even hit the light. That's what it is. I'm flowing and glowing. There it goes. Put some light on this thing, man. I'm flowing and glowing and didn't even realize the light was off. There we go. But yeah, like, let's keep it real, man. Let's come on, let's get it right. Because if we don't get it right, man, just like my grandma used to say, we on the fast track to hell in the handbasket if we can't communicate. Because if it pop out right now, if we can't communicate and you tell me, hey man, I don't have no bullets, I need bullets, and express what you need, express your wants. If I can't tell you, well, I got bullets, man, but I ain't got but one gun. Like, if we can't simply communicate and trust each other, man, what can we accomplish? Keep it real. What can we be able to accomplish? You know what I'm saying? If we can't communicate and we can't trust each other. And think about this, man. One thing I want people to do, understand this. Be real with yourself. Be real with yourself. I tell people all the time, you can lie to me. You can lie to me. You can say I'm on point. I trust. I can communicate. You know what I'm saying? But come on now. Keep it real with yourself. Keep it real with yourself. You know you can't communicate. You know you got trust issues. Just because you hide them from me or you hide them from the people you dealing with, that's not going to help you. That's not going to help you establish no real relationships, because that's building relationships based on lies. And we all know how that turned out, man. We all know how that turned out. So, communication breakdown, trust issues. Trust is earned and nurtured over time. But once broken, even by past experiences or fears, it's hard to rebuild. I understand that. Because I don't trust motherfuckers right now that showed me I couldn't trust them. But I'm not meeting a new person, you know what I'm saying, and taking that lack of trust that they showed me into this situation with this new person. No, I'm healed and I'm balanced enough to understand that that was them. This is not you. I'm not going to try to hold you to a standard, you know what I'm saying, that they set for themselves and couldn't meet. I know people are human. I'm going to allow you to set your own standards. See, that's what people fail to realize with me. I'm adaptable. If you come in and you kick it and be 100, that's cool with me. I love it because I'm cool and I'm 100 and I'm on the level. But if you give me 50, I can adapt to give you 52 and not stress it, not let you damage me or none of that because I'm balanced. When I get to the point where I feel like you trying to pull me into your damage, I will pull away. I'm good with that. I'm good on that. But again, trust is earned and nurtured over time. But once broken, even by past experiences or fears, it's hard to rebuild. This is one of the biggest killers of relationships in our community. Lack of trust. We don't trust each other. So why you deal with people if you don't trust people? Keep it real. Because you wanna be hurt. You wanna be damaged. So you can scream out and say, see, I told you all men ain't no good and all women ain't no good. That's damaged and delusional behavior. That's damaging delusional behavior. That's why all these damaged people out here still looking for relationships, still want a man to put them in their feminine energy. That's the craziest thing I ever heard. If you need a man to make you feminine, you masculine. You a man. Quit saying that. Quit saying that. Put her in her feminine energy or take her. Man, quit playing. Grow up. Get some help. Balance yourself out. Balance yourself out. Number 3, and this is crucial, man, emotional detachment. Emotional detachment. See, this is one of the things that like I deal with. Partners become emotionally distant, disengaged, or cold, which create a void in the relationship. See, in the beginning, this was my problem. An example of emotional detachment. One partner shuts down emotionally after an argument, withdrawing affection and refusing to engage. See, this was me at one point. You know what I'm saying? And it's not emotionally, you know what I'm saying? With me dealing with emotions, it's dealing with people. It's dealing with people because I realize I can only do so much. Think about it. I'm gonna tell you this. With the fact that me being a man and dealing with all the damaged women that I've dealt with in the past, instead of it making me bitter or it damaging me or it making me feel some type of way about women, I'm a man. I felt like, okay, I need to figure out how to help them work through that because I'm a man. It never got to the point where all women is this and women is that and ain't. I'm a man. I'm a king. That's my goal, to assist, help my fellow men and women. So it never moved me. Damaged women never damaged me. Damaged women, I never allowed damaged women to damage me. I moved away from some damaged women so they wouldn't damage me. But that's what led to me actually, you know what I'm saying, becoming certified as a life coach. Because I realized, okay, these people are damaged. Something wrong with these people. So instead of me being bitter and hating because you did this and you did that to me, like you were damaged. I understand it. I don't respect what you did per se. I don't respect how you did it, but I empathize. I see where you're coming from. So rather than turn my back and it's death to women and, you know, forget all women and all women ain't nothing. No, as a man, how can you help them to better themselves? That's how I got into life coaching. That's why I take life coaching so seriously, because it gives me the tools I need to be able to help people work through these issues and these problems that we talking about, man. That's why I did it. So when you stay with a man and allow that man to damage you to the point where you become damaged and you become damaged toward other people, that's not on that man. That's on you. That's not on that man. That's not on you. That would be like me staying with a woman, you know what I'm saying, and allow her to verbally abuse me or to disrespect me or to do whatever else, you know what I'm saying, and then just to blame it on her. No, it's not on her, because I control what I allow people to do. I can't stop you from doing it, but I know I can get away from you when I don't like it. Point blank, period. So, emotional detachment. Emotional detachment. It's crazy. I'm going to read the definition again. Partners become emotionally distant, disengaged, or cold, which creates a void in a relationship. An example, one partner shuts down emotionally after an argument, withdrawing affection or refusing to engage. Let's keep it real. I'm a man. Women, when you get mad, you want to shut down. You know what I'm saying? Like they said, you want to withdrawing affection. That's cool. That's cool. But that's damage. So if you're damaged and you know what I'm saying, get to the point where you feel some kind of way and you want to withhold affection from your mate is not obligated to just sit there and take that. Just like you control yourself and you get to say, I'm going to withhold myself from them, he or she controls herself. And they get to decide, okay, I don't want to deal with this. I'm going to go get affection from somewhere else. That's life, man. That's life. Ain't nobody, know what I'm saying, is you know what I'm saying, obligated to stand by and let you handle them rough because you feeling some type of way. Because you don't want to deal with it, or because you don't want to be bothered. That's cool. Go ahead. I'm not going to bother you. I go bother somebody else that want to be bothered. And I'm not wrong for that. I'm not, just like you're not wrong for feeling the way you feel, you know what I'm saying, and handling it the way you handling it. But that's not beneficial in building a relationship. That's not beneficial, you know what I'm saying, in maintaining the relationship that you have. So get that out of your head. And no, we're not, you know what I'm saying, bad guys, because if we were, you know what I'm saying, less than men, or then you less than a woman for doing it. Think about it. Think about it. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Because we would be less than a man to hold stuff from you or to treat you some kind of way because you're not moving like we want you to move, or you're not moving like we feel like you should move. That's not manly, and that's not womanly. So just like I said, you had a right. You had a right to get in your feelings, get emotional, and detach. But we not obligated to try to chase you, make you talk to us, and handle you as you say. No, so if we choose to say, okay, you stay in your feelings, I'm going to go over here, you know what I'm saying, and talk to somebody who got their feelings under control and can communicate and do what I need done. We not wrong. It's life. It's called being an adult. Get your emotional situation together. Get your emotions together. You know what I'm saying? If you know that you one of these people who can't communicate, you know what I'm saying, who has trust issues, or let people push their buttons or move them to detach or emotionally detach. If you are that person, then you are the problem. And it's cool. It's cool because everybody is going through something. Everybody went through something at some point in life. But like they say in AA, you know what I'm saying, the 12-step programs or whatever it is, you're not going to be able to do anything about the problem unless you're willing to admit you got a problem. And this is where it started. Being able to admit, yes, I've been hurt in the past. Yes, I have communication issues. It's hard for me to communicate. It's hard for me to express my feelings. Yes, you know what I'm saying, I have trust issues. I've been messed over in the past. I've been, cheated on. I've been, you know what I'm saying, I have trust issues. That is cool. That is cool. What is not cool is not dealing with it. That's what's not cool, not dealing with it. Emotional detachment comes from not dealing with our feelings or our fears in a healthy way. If we can't be emotionally present for our partners, we create walls instead of bridges. And I'm gonna tell you this. I know a lot of women. That build up walls when they were hurt, build up walls when certain things happen. They build up those walls. I'm gonna tell you this. While you may find some men who are willing to help you turn down those walls, that's why I went to That's why I went through counseling. That's why I went through learning to be a life coach. Because those mental roadblocks, those emotional roadblocks, I'm equipped to help you overcome those. I'm equipped to help you identify the problems and work through to find solutions. I had to go get educated on this. But everybody not educated on that. Everybody not. So the average man, that's not what he gonna do. That's not what he gonna do. He not equipped for that. I wasn't equipped before. That's why I simply walked away. When I seen you're damaged beyond repair, I'm walking away because I'm not equipped for that. I'm not a psychiatrist. At that point, I wasn't a life coach. I'm not a psychologist. But just like I said, those are mental and emotional issues that y'all feel like some man or some woman, you know what I'm saying, is supposed to help understand or help you overcome. No, because that guy didn't help you build that wall. You built that wall on your own. You built that wall on your own. So I can help you tear down that wall, but I can't, you know what I'm saying, physically tear it down myself. It's not happening because I didn't build it. I didn't, know what I'm saying, hurt you, you know what I'm saying, to the point that made you build it. So no, I can't, you know what I'm saying. And next, the fourth, and this is crucial too, unhealthy dependency. Unhealthy dependency. One person depends too much on their partner for emotional, financial, or physical support, creating an imbalance. That's what y'all doing now. And like I said, I'm speaking from a man perspective. So I speak on women. A lot of women I know could tell me, you know, from their perspective, you know what I'm saying, how men are with the unhealthy dependency. Matter of fact, I know, you know what I'm saying, these dudes, these homeless ass dudes that y'all taking in and putting up and taking care of, clothing, feeding, and how putting the roof over their head. You know what I'm saying? Like, unhealthy dependency. Unhealthy dependency. An example, feeling like you can't function or make decisions without the other person, leading to feelings of suffocation and resentment. That's all it is. That's what damaged people do. That's what damaged people do, because your unhealthy dependency is based on your past and negativity and damage. So, because you know what I'm saying, like nowadays, you know what I'm saying, you got these women that be like, oh, they want to stay on the phone and talk, you know what I'm saying, call you at night, you know what I'm saying, and talk all night, you know what I'm saying, and you're like, okay, yeah, cool, but you know what I'm saying, but then you're not really wanting to talk. You really just, you know what I'm saying, want to see if I can talk, because if I can't talk at night, then I got a woman on the side or some other ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Or I just want your time. Oh, well, we don't never spend no time together. Get a hobby. Get a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Get a hobby. Think about that. Let me tap into that for a minute. Think about that for a woman. For a woman. I've seen a woman the other day, you know what I'm saying? She's an entrepreneur, she's a mother. I've been watching her Facebook page, you know what I'm saying? And like, I respect her to the fullest. But she posted the other day that men are supposed to be nurturing, you know, uplifting, protectors. They're supposed to pour into their women and everything. Think about that. If you are an entrepreneur as a woman, if you have the vision, the skills to start your own business and grow your own business, think about that. You can't just say, I'm just going to pick a guy at random, you know what I'm saying, for this guy to come in here and to be able to be a blessing to me, or for me to be able to feed off of this guy. Think about it. You can't get no average 9-to-5 dude and expect him to come in, you know what I'm saying, and understand and know and respect you as an entrepreneur who do it on your own. Then again, if you're an entrepreneur, how many hours a week hours a day you put in on your business? You know what I'm saying? How many hours a day? I put in 16 hours a day minimum around the clock on my business. So if I have another, you know what I'm saying, woman that's an entrepreneur too, and she's spending 16 hours a day on her business, and I'm spending 16 hours a day on my business, how much time do we have to spend together? All of that count when we choosing a mate. You know what I'm saying? So the entrepreneur, businesswoman, you might, you know what I'm saying, be looking for an entrepreneur businessman. Or you might be comfortable doing it by yourself, and you might need more help at home since you're out handling business. So now you need a stay-at-home type guy. Because you're out, you know what I'm saying, you're making it shake and you're making it happen. So you need a guy who more take care of the kids or more, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have to think about this before we just be jumping out here, you know what I'm saying, talking about a relationship. Y'all don't think about that. Because he look good to you. Or because he dressed nice. Or because he smell good. Because he got dreads. That don't make him compatible. That doesn't mean he's compatible. That doesn't, you know what I'm saying, signify whether he can pour into you or not. Whether he can be a benefit to you or not. That doesn't tell that. So we need to get it together. We need to, you know what I'm saying, really start tapping into ourselves and identifying, you know what I'm saying, our faults. It's okay to have faults. It's not okay to have faults if you don't correct them. But it's okay to identify faults and correct faults. That's called being better. That's called progressing in life. You got trust issues from 20 years ago and they still affecting you today. That's not growth. That's not development. That hinders growth and development. Let's get it together. Relationships should be partnerships, not one person carrying the entire load. That was a mouthful right there. That was a mouthful. And I suggest everybody, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to relationships, because I do. Anybody I deal with, you call it what you want to call it. I'm trying to see how can you benefit me and how can I benefit you. Any woman, you know what I'm saying, that's dated me in the past can attest to the fact that when we got together, I had a plan. I'm a man. I'm a king. I've been a king my whole life. I had a plan. Look, this is my plan. This is what I'm doing with life. You know what I'm saying? How can you contribute? And if they can contribute in some kind of way, that's cool. What are you doing with yourself? That's what I want to know. What are you doing with you? So I know and figure out how I can contribute to your life. Because like I always say, a fair exchange ain't a robbery. So just like you pouring into me and I want my woman to pour into me, I'm going to make sure I can pour into my woman too. So let's say it don't work out. I guarantee you, if it don't work out and we have to go our separate ways, I guarantee you as a woman dealing with me, you're going to be better off when you leave me than when you first met me. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. But on the other hand, dealing with damaged people, you will be worse off. If I, you know what I'm saying, wasn't balanced, if I wasn't on point myself as a man, dealing with all these damaged women in the past, I would be damaged myself right now. I wouldn't be no good to nobody. But I knew when to say, I'm pulling up. I'm not going to let you damage me. You damaged. You need to get help. And imagine telling that to a black woman. You damaged. You need to get help. Been cussed out 8 ways a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And that, like that, them will tell you, well, he not a good man. He this and he that. They still damaged. They still ain't got no man. I guarantee you. And if they do got a man, he just as damaged as they is. He stand because he need a place to stay. Again, relationships should be partnerships. People think it's crazy, man. Women will tell you, like, any relationship with me is like a contract. It's clauses in the contract. It's clauses in the contract. And that's why I tell you, you know what I'm saying, boundaries. Boundaries. That's a person that knows his worth. Number one, you're not going to do this. You're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to, and it's nothing to control you. It's to control my surroundings. So I have to, know what I'm saying, have boundaries on everybody that come into my surroundings. But this is being explained up front. This is being explained up front. So you coming in knowing what I expect from you. I'm, you know what I'm saying, trying to get what you expect from me. So think about it. If we having this conversation, you say, and I say, what do you need from me in order to make this relationship beneficial to you and successful? If you say, I just want to be happy, I can't do nothing for you because you don't know what the hell you want. But again, man, relationships should be partnerships. No one person carrying the entire load. We got to communicate. We got to communicate, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to communicate. That's all it takes. Yeah, some men, you know what I'm saying, if they around you long enough, yeah, they can, you know what I'm saying, kind of figure out, well, this needs to be done, so I'm going to go on and do it. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. I'm not talking about that. But never expect anything, you know what I'm saying? Never expect someone to do something. Never expect someone to know something about you. Tell them. Communicate. Talk to them. Get over the issues that you have. Another thing, and this is, all these are crucial, and all of these, you know what I'm saying, make you ask yourself, is that me? Is that me? Do I have that problem? And that's cool. That's what it's about. Just like I said, when I couldn't see problems in myself, I had to ask people because I really wanted to know. Because I really wanted to know if there was any flaws in my makeup. I wanted to know so I could tighten up. That's what it's all about, being a better me every day. And it should be like that with you. It should be about being a better you every day. But this is the worst. Repeating negative patterns. Let me define it. Falling into the same destructive habits or behaviors that damage the relationship, often based on past traumas and unhealed wounds. Think about that again. Falling into the same destructive habits or behaviors that damage the relationship, often based on past traumas or unhealed wounds. An example of that, continuously arguing about the same unresolved issue or engaging in the same toxic behaviors learned from past relationships or family dynamics. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror, because I see women up and down my timeline do it all the time. And the main thing that they do when repeating negative patterns is because they damaged. And they go out and get a man and they damage, and he turns out to be who he turns out to be because damage attracts bullshit. And then you blame it on him and say he was the problem. Men ain't shit. So you go out, damaged again, and get another man. And you attract damage. And you damage that relationship because you're damaged. And he goes on about his business. And you say men. And then you take your damaged ass out there and get you another man. Still damaged. So when it go bad, he's to blame. And that's y'all know it. 4 or 5 niggas, you know what I'm saying, you done been with. All them niggas is bullshit, them niggas ain't shit, this and that there, but you chose all 5 of them. What is the common denomination in those 5 relationships? You. And as long as you don't accept responsibility and you keep repeating negative patterns, you're going to get the same result. It's not going to change. You're going to get the same result. And man, I done ran my mouth. It's the whole time. God, I didn't even finish. I didn't even get halfway through. So we're going to have to do a part 2 on this one, man. We're going to have to do a part 2 on this one. But like I said, man, keep it real with me, man. Let me see that. Keep it real with me, man. Keep it real with me. A breakdown in communication. If you having problems communicating your relationship, if that's the issue, and it's been the issue throughout a couple of relationships, you might be the problem. You might need to tighten up your communication skills. if you are emotionally detached. If you have emotionally detached from this situation, this relationship, if you had to emotionally detach from people in the past, maybe it's not them. Maybe it's you. Maybe you need to get the help you need. If you know you've been in situations where it was an unhealthy dependency, where you depended on somebody too much, or you depended on, you know what I'm saying, somebody to make you happy, that's unhealthy. But if you've experienced that in the past, if you're experiencing that now, it's on you, and it's okay. The only thing that will make it not okay is if you continue to go through it, and you continue to deal with it, and you continue to allow it to destroy your life and destroy your relationships. That's the only way it's a problem. But you can overcome it. You can overcome it. We'll have to talk about that in the next episode. But repeat negative patterns. If you finding yourself in the same relationship that you saw your parents in, or you saw your mother in, and it was unhealthy. If you saw your parents, your mother in an abusive relationship, and you're ending up in abusive relationships, you're repeating negative patterns. And it's not going to stop until you do something about it. Again, we often carry baggage from past experiences into our current relationships. And without healing, we end up repeating the same mistakes. Now, like I said, I don't have time. That was like segment 1. Segment 2 is we want to get into the causes of the unresolved mental and emotional issues. And that's, you know what I'm saying, really key to understanding it, you know what I'm saying, and getting to a space in our mind where we understand, like, hey, I got a problem. I need to do something about this. So we're going to, know what I'm saying, cut off right here. We're not going to go into segment 2. We'll do this next Thursday. But, man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for running with me. It's crucial, man. It's crucial. I wouldn't waste my time talking about it. It's crucial because we supposed to be building a kingdom, man. We supposed to be uplifting each other. We supposed to be building a kingdom for ourselves to enjoy, our grandkids to enjoy, and our great-grandkids, man. I got grandkids now, man. It ain't about me no more. You know what I'm saying? For real. What's going to happen to them when we gone, man? If we can't teach them better, they won't be able to do better. And it starts with us learning better, man. We have to get ourselves together. We have to get ourselves together. That's the only way it's going to work. But we've come to the end of this hour. I wish we could go on, but man, look, have a great rest of the week. Hey, check this out, man. Let me say this before I go. I've been supposed to wear my little necklace, man. I got me a little fly necklace from Nitra's Bling LLC. I don't have it. I didn't wear it this week. I'll be forgetting. But go check out Nitra's Bling LLC. Netras. 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 Bling.com. Go check it out, man. She got some fly stuff on it. And it's little or nothing, man. It don't cost you nothing. But ladies, the flyest little collection of jewelry that I've seen in a while. Go check out Nitra's Bling LLC, NETRASBLING.com. Check out, man, and buy something, man. Tell her Mr. O'Neal sent you. But thank y'all for tuning in, man, this week. I appreciate y'all to the utmost, man. If you haven't already, subscribe to the page. For those, you know what I'm saying, who didn't catch the live stream, I post all my videos on YouTube. So be looking for it. If you like the information, man, if you enjoyed the content, share it for me, man. Share it for me. Send me a heart. Send me a message. Bring it out, fam. Most definitely. Lo, you know I got to give it to him, man. I appreciate you tuning in, man. You part of that motivation, man. You know you part of that motivation to tell me I need to start putting this stuff on camera, man. So I salute you for that. But Take care, stay focused, and keep striving to be the best version of yourself, man. Keep striving. I'm going to tune out, man, but y'all take care, man, and stay safe. I'll see y'all again next week. Peace.